Hello. Today I'm going to show you yet another variation of the Solomon, and basically I'm already starting off just like this. So basically get your paracord to this point, get the cow's hitch on one end, run your paracord up through the bottom of this side, and I always start with a lot more paracord than I need just so that I don't run out. But okay, let's get started. So to get started, just do a regular Solomon knot. So you got the left over center. Ooh, sorry about that. My camera just decided to fall. Left over center, right over left, left behind the back, and through. And that's going to be your basic Solomon knot. If you're not sure on how to do the Solomon knot, please refer to my original Solomon video, which it's a gray bracelet, and the picture for the video looks just look for the gray one. Looks just like that, and that'll get you going on the Solomon. It also instructs you on how to set this up too, but this is going to take a little bit more instruction, so I wanted to make sure I give you plenty of instruction. Don't take up too much of your time. Okay, so now that you got this nice and tight, what you're going to do is just do another Solomon. So you've got the black on top in the middle here. So you're just going to keep with the black on top. So the black's on top of the middle. Left crosses, goes behind the back and through this loop. Alright, now spread this down just a little bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up these middle pieces. So open that up. The one that goes under, you're going to cross over the black and the right middle. Go down through the middle and around through the back. So now I'm down through the middle and coming out the back. So what you need to do now is run it up through this loop right here. And it looks like we got a little bit of a twist going on in there, so let's see if I can get this out of there. And there we go. Alright, so what you can see now is the one that goes in the Solomon, the one that goes behind the two middle, it's coming up and around these two strands here. So your Solomon, you have the black that goes over, and then the red goes under and around, and then you're kind of creating a loop right around the black and the middle right one. And you're coming out that black loop where you normally would come out if you're doing the regular Solomon. And then basically you're going to do the same thing on the left side, but instead of going over the top first, you're going to come down through the bottom. Okay, so you're just kind of creating a loop right around this red piece and this black piece. So you've went down through the red loop, so you're going to come around through the back, up through the middle, and then back through that loop. Just like that. And this is what you should have when you do it right. Now the hardest part about this, and the important reason why we did Solomon up here first, that's just to get it tight, because if you try and do all this when this isn't tight, your paracord goes all over the place. So you have to have a nice tight knot at the beginning. But what you want to do is you want to tighten all this up. And the hardest part about this whole bracelet is getting everything nice and tight. But if you do one color at a time, that's going to be your easiest. And just keep everything pinched together as you go. And if you forget and let go of a pinch, don't worry. Like I just let that one go on purpose, just so I had, room with my other fingers. But you're just going to keep on pulling your slack through. See how there's actually a lot of unnecessary slack over here? Well, some of that's red, some of it's black. So you just got to figure out where it's coming from and do everything you can to pull all that slack through. Alright, we got a little bit of red slack going. A little more black I can get out. It looks like it's pretty tight though, as far as the red looks pretty tight. Might be able to get a little more red out of there. And this would also be a good spot if you had a pair of paracording pliers. You could, you know, reach in there really good and pull it nice and tight too. Just get everything pulled real nice and tight. That's the hardest part about this bracelet. It's going to be one of the more difficult bracelets I've done. Alright, and this is what you should end up with once you get that. I'm going to zoom into about right there, I think. Oh, and I am using a 1/2 inch buckle. It's a 1/2 inch, the opening from bottom to top right here, that's a 1/2 inch. I know my friend Kat, or Katie, she's always asking what size buckle to use on certain ones. And on this one, actually, you probably could go up to a slightly larger buckle, because this is going to end up being a wider bracelet. Okay, so we did the black over the middle, so we're just going to continue with black over middle. And take the right over the left, behind the back, and through that loop. Now don't tie it tight. Start on the, it doesn't really matter which side you start on, I just always habit of doing it on the right. Take this around the back and through in between the middle strands. Okay, and then go down through this loop right here. The same loop as if you were doing the regular Solomon. And there you can see. Okay, once you have that, cross the red down through the middle, around and through this loop. So you have something that looks just like that. It's the same thing we just did, just flip-flop now. Alright, and the hardest part again, getting all the slack out. Now this bracelet does take a while. The first one I just did, it took me a good half hour to finish it. But as long as you keep on tightening everything, you really can't go wrong. If there's something to tighten, just work it through, and eventually you'll get to where you gotta be. Alright, and it's not quite tight enough. No, not quite yet, so I got a little more work to do. Try pulling this red one here. Yep, see all that slack I just pulled through there? And see there's a bunch of slack here on the left side where the black is. So you want to work that through too. And yep, there's that slack that I just pulled through right here. Pull that tight. Alright, and then also cinch up as you go. Oops. Hold on to the middle strands and push up. Okay, so I'm going to do one more. Probably not going to tighten it all the way down, but I just want you to see the basic on how to get it done. But then I'm going to finish this bracelet up and show you how to finish it at the end. So black again over the middle, left over the right, behind the back middle, and through that loop. Take this one on the right, down through the middle, and up through the loop. Take this one behind through the middle, and then through that loop. Alright, well, that's basically what you need to get to, and then just go ahead and tighten everything up. I'm going to finish this up. It's going to take me a little while, and I'll be back to show you how to finish up the bracelet. Alright, so I am now down to the bottom, and if you've gotten this far, you know how much of a pain in the butt this one is. Definitely not a favorite of mine. It looks cool, I give it that, but the amount of time and work that's involved in this one, holy cow. Alright, so I think I only have enough room to do one more here, and it's getting harder and harder. Don't even know if I can get that through there. Oh, there we go. Got it. Alright, so I got that one through. I don't know if I'm going to get this red one through without using them. Yep, I'm going to have to use the paracord pliers here. So go through the opposite way that you want to pull your cord through. Grab a hold. Oops, I actually had two pieces of paracord in there. Grab a hold of that, pull it through. And it looks like I got a little bit of a twist going on there. And then bring it back through that loop again. Alright, now the fun part again. Tightening it up. This is the worst part of this whole bracelet, trying to tighten this on up. And somehow that was incredibly easy. That was the easiest one I've done. Alright, well, I can't end on this one because I've got too much of a gap on these black sides. And actually this black isn't quite as tight as it needs to be, so I'm going to pull that through. And these pliers here, they have made it very, very easy to get that slack out of there. There we go. So I'm going to actually end doing just the standard Solomon. And that'll give me a nice tight knot at the very end so that I can cut the ends off and singe the ends. Pulls everything nice and tight. There we go. Now it gives me an area here where I can cut the end. There we go. Not the prettiest one I've ever done. I'll have to clean that up when I'm all finished here. And then do the black one. Oh, dropped my lighter. There we go. So I think I came up with a new video I'm going to do after this one. I might do it today actually. And basically, if you're like a lot of people I know, I suppose, I've got a sweatshirt that the cord pulled out of it. So I'm actually going to show you how to make a new cord for it and do some globe knots to put on there. But here it is. This one, I believe is called the Lizard Belly. It's complete. You have the same design on the back also. Both of them look pretty good. I do like how it looks. It took me over a half hour to do this bracelet, and that's not something I'm used to, especially when I can do the regular Solomon in, geez, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. So hope you like it. Definitely one of the harder ones you're going to come across. Probably the most difficult one I've done so far. Most time consuming. Just very tedious, but still looks great. Nice thick. Probably would have looked better if I would use a bigger buckle. Yeah, that's about perfect. These are the 3/4 inch. But thanks for watching. Hope this video wasn't too long for you, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot.